grade. Learn more and register today at www.norcalsportstv.com/camp. In the summer of 2020, be one of the first 75 to register for this NorCal Sports Summer Camp and get $100 off your tuition. This is to be held at the former location of the Dick Edwards Camp in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor School. Week 1 Boys Camp, June 16th through 20th of 2020. Week 2 is the Girls Camp from July 7th to July 11th of 2020. It's a 5-day overnight camp with air-conditioned dorms and prepared meals included. Trainers and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school ranks will be in attendance. All games and events filmed professionally by NorCal Sports TV, allowing for film sessions, video evaluations, and individual highlights. Register with a small deposit of $99 to earn your discount and free personalized jersey upgrade. Learn more and register today at www.norcalsportstv.com/camp. In the summer of 2020, be one of the first 75 to register for this NorCal Sports Summer Camp and get $100 off your tuition. This is to be held at the former location of the Dick Edwards Camp in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor School. Week 1 Boys Camp, June 16th through 20th of 2020. Week 2 is the Girls Camp from July 7th to July 11th of 2020. It's a 5-day overnight camp with air-conditioned dorms and prepared meals included. Trainers and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school ranks will be in attendance. All games and events filmed professionally by NorCal Sports TV, allowing for film sessions, video evaluations, and individual highlights. Register with a small deposit of $99 to earn your discount and free personalized jersey upgrade. Learn more and register today at
We're here at Yerba Buena High School. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yerba Buena High School here in San Jose as the San Francisco City Cats travel on the road to face the San Jose Knights. Hello, everyone. I'm Anthony Silva, and the starting lineups are actually going on their way right now, but we'll give them for you as I have them right here. As starting for the San Jose Knights, we have number 4, Rashid Bird, and also number 10, Aaron Buckner. And at the forward position, number 22, Lorenzo Graham, the leading scorer for the Knights. And the forwards, Daniel Schwar and Akil Douglas. That rounds up the starting 5 for the San Jose Knights. And then on the San Francisco City Cats side, 5'10" point guard Brian Goins. He is a scoring machine. We'll get more on him in a second. And then also at the center spot, number 6, Brett Corbett, and also Joshua Hatcher coming off the bench, but also starting at the forward spots, number 21, Trey King, and also Tajay Johnson. As teams getting ready to go, we have handshaking in the middle of the court as the San Francisco City Cats traveling on the road. And one of the first beginning stages of the San Jose Knights is this is their inaugural season and are looking to get a big win against another great opponent. The San Francisco City Cats were at the top of the power rankings until they got upset as they're coming off a big-time loss, and they're wearing black and gold. And, of course, for the San Jose Knights, they're wearing white with some purple trimming on the shorts and jerseys. As we discuss what game ball we'll be using, and we should get ready for the jump shortly. But in the meantime, I might as well give you the ABA rules, as it's not traditional basketball that we're used to in the NBA and college. It's a 7-second backcourt violation. You have 7 seconds to get across half court, and if the 3D light goes on in the middle of the court, you'll see a light bulb go on. That means 2-point shots are now 3-point shots, and 3-point shots are now 4-point shots, and I think you get the picture now. If you hit a half-court shot, you will get 5 points. So a very interesting set of rules. It's 6 fouls, but a player can continue to play, but if they exceed the 6-foul limit, they do get a technical foul for every foul after that. As teams are looking ready to go, as the Knights jumping for them. And they will win the jump. So we're on our way here in San Jose. The Knights trying to come off another win. They got their first win in their inaugural season. Ball on the right side. Floater off the side of the backboard. Here come the Cats. Strong drive and finish. Tajay Johnson with the first layup of the game. And it's 2-0, and we're just getting started. As you can see, the three-quarter court, full court pressure. Wanted to tie up there. Ball poked from behind. Great defense there by Goins. The ball fumbled around, diving on the floor. But this is no slip and slide as it belongs to the Knights. You could tell very aggressive defense early, and there's the skip pass. As a pass inside, up and under, and it's short. Graham missing that one. The leading scorer averaging 25 a game. Here comes Goins. Quick snatch shot, short. And the ball will belong to the Knights. Well, you could tell early the San Francisco City Cats picking up full court man-to-man and trying to change the pace. Remember, you only got 7 seconds to get across half court. Graham, very smooth game. Will play as slow as he needs to. And there's a three-pointer, short. Rebound by the Cats. You could tell early as Davis goes back to Goins, but you can tell the pace of this game will increase. And a power dribble on a foul. Graham got caught reaching in the cookie jar. And the City Cats will go to the line shooting 2. Trey King has the free throw duties. He'll shoot 2. As I was saying, the City Cats are coming off a loss. They're 2-1 on the season under head coach Curtis Webster, who's also the head coach of player development as well, with Tyrone Monroe as the assistant coach. As most of their home games are played at Kezar Pavilion in San Francisco, the historic, I should say, Kezar Pavilion, as the first free throw was short. And where Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell played back in the day, and As I said, they were number 1 in the ABA power rankings for 2 weeks. And then that big upset loss against the Oaktown Warriors as he banks in a free throw. And the Cats are up 3-0. That's what you got to do. Attack the middle of the press and go right hard to the basket, and great coverage. And you could tell he had some explicit language after that block. And those are those plays that can get your team going for the City Cats. As Brett Corbett was responsible for that block, and there's a jumper rebound. Corbett, the lead pass deep, and a Euro step. They wanted to travel, and that was no good. And the ball still in the hands of the City Cats. Driving to the left side with the left hand and gets the roll. A great take by Tajay Johnson. And this is a commanding lead. Here's the Knights trying to answer back. Fluidity in the offense is exactly what Coach Lacerda wants in his first season, and he is also the team founder. Graham, no. Fighting for the boards is the 6'11" big fella. Graham wants a foul, no. And a big-time rebound by the big fella down low. Rashid Bird getting the lay-in. As Davis off the pick and roll, looking for Corbett down low. Bulldozing his way, and there will be a foul. It looks like that foul call will be on the San Jose Knights' Aaron Buckner. And although Graham is averaging 25.5 points per game, Buckner is no second fiddle. He's averaging 23.5 points per game and wants to get more involved in this offense, as he is a pure scorer as well. There's no question about that, as the first free throw was missed. As Brett Corbett will nail the free throw. So 1 for 2 from the free throw line. They've already missed a couple of free throws. 7-2. The City Cats lead, and there is a turnover that belongs to the City Cats. Early pressure is having the Knights be a little discombobulated, and throwing free passes is immediately a quick inbounds. The light is on in the center of the court, so 2s are now 3s, and 3s are now 4s. Right on cue, a 4, I should say, not a 3, and there's the rebound. Here come the Knights. Schwarr guarded very tightly by Davis. It was a very active and athletic defender, and you could see the switches are aggressive. They're in your grill, and Graham wants a ball screen. Graham, finger roll underneath, gets the bucket. So a quick basket, which they need. Quick ball screen on the right side resulted in that basket, and now it is 7-4. Here's Goins. I'll tell you, Goins is a big-time point guard, and there's a backcourt violation. As the City Cats not happy with the call, they said it was touched by a Knight, which would result in it being legally picked up. But Davis is not happy, as the Knights got that call. It hit off the leg of Davis. That's what the referees were saying. As you could tell early, this offense is going to be running through Graham. No surprise, averaging over 25 points per game. Graham, nothing but nylon, and that is a three-pointer. The light is now off, so 2s and 3s are now your traditional style as Davis. On the side of the San Jose Knights, a 1-1 record coming off a nice win versus the California Sea Kings as the ball's fumbled. Schwarr on the left side will push the basketball. A 3, no. Fighting for the rebound underneath. There's another 3, and it's good. So that was a three-pointer. Big one on that left side by Buckner. Now Steele Shore with the behind-the-back dribble. And now they'll slow down and set up. You can tell Graham's going to play at his pace, his way. Another tough shot. All backboard. Wanted contact, and he did not get it. As Johnson operating on the middle of the floor. The lefty can shoot it, and right on cue. In rhythm. When shooters are in rhythm, you're in trouble. And that was a big three-pointer. Which this game is knotted up at 10. With 7 minutes to go. And there's a three-pointer. No, long. Rebound, Shore. A jumper by Shore. Off his rebound, creating his own offense. Gets a bucket. Akil Douglas had a nice rebound over there. He did before this play for the Oklahoma City Blue. He was drafted. We'll get into that in a second in the G League draft. And Goins inside to Corbett. The ball is popping around. Wide open three. No. Graham fighting for the rebound with Corbett. Graham with the lead pass all the way up, and a tough finger roll finish. And the Knights find themselves with a 4-point lead. What a tough finish by Buckner, using his body wisely. And there's going to be a reach-in foul on Buckner. But the Knights, for their inaugural season, there are no slouches. Their first game of the season, they did lose to Team Trouble by 1 point, the team from Stockton, who has a lot of grit. And there's a timeout on the floor. As it's 14-10, the San Jose Knights have a 4-point lead. But during this time, we might as well talk about what's going on with both teams. And the San Jose Knights, yes, it's their inaugural season, and everyone's happy that basketball's in San Jose and the ABA, but they're no slouch. The first game, a 1-point loss to Team Trouble, which they're always a tough opponent, which plays very quick. And also, their first win was after, and playing the California Sea Kings, winning that one 124-109. So you have to be impressed with the fact that, yes, this is a team that may be trying to build up and try to continue to seek talent in the San Jose area, but they have it. As after this break, we'll see how these teams, what adjustments they'll make and what not. But on that side, Everson Lacerda played for UOP and St. Thomas University. He played in the Sun Belt Conference and the WCC, the West Coast Conference. And the West Coast Conference is no joke. There's been some good players coming out of it. Of course, Gonzaga is known specifically for that. And also a friend of mine, and also right now playing professionally in France, TJ Wallace from the University of the Pacific. So good talent there. And Coach Damon Stoudemire is running the show now at UOP. But Coach Lacerda also played professionally in Brazil for 5 years. So he brings that professional, that professionalism you need to be a good basketball team, and a culture you need to hopefully develop wins in the future. As he wants to make the ABA Basketball League a popular sport in San Jose and the surrounding area. So Lacerda has all the right intentions, and well, he's the leader of this San Jose Knights team. And for the City Cats, head coach Curtis Webster is the man there, with Tyrone Monroe as the assistant coach. As they have 2 road games before returning back to San Francisco for a 4 home game stand. And a lot of their games this year will be at Kezar and a high school in the San Francisco area, as Goins will get the ball in. The 5'10" point guard, who's a big scorer, and look at the footwork down low, equaling the bucket. He's so quick, I think he can get away with that. He's playing a guard that's around his height, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be in the post looking to score. Douglas with the shimmy shake, and add a cherry on top of that sundae with the layup. Great move by Douglas, who played at Santa Clara University. As now Outing is in at point guard for the City Cats, number 11. A 3-pointer, long. Here comes Swore, pushing the basketball on the right side. Graham. No. Rebound Outing, and here he goes. Left-handed floater with a little kiss on top of that, and it falls in. Johnson been very active early on defense and offense. A whip pass, and I don't know if he meant to throw it there, but it was an open 3. Oh, they wanted to travel, and it's not going to happen. Good fighting underneath. Then Aswar will get a foul, and Johnson try to get a poster. You can see Rashid Bird looking over, shaking his head. That's not going to happen. As it's been very active early, both teams chattering with each other, but that's how you can tell that there's grit. They want to win. The City Cats are the favorite due to the fact that they're such a powerful team with Goins, and there's an offensive foul. But Goins, he's a good player, and that's saying the least, as he's had a game versus DVC where he scored 66 points. So he's a pure scorer as we see this zone press work to perfection. 3. Instead of layups, it's threes, and that's why. It's more points. And the light is on, so that results in a 4-pointer and not your traditional 3-pointer. As there's a stoppage of play as we see what's going on. Head coach Curtis Webster talking to the official. Doesn't seem to be arguing. They just seem chattering, seeing what's going on. As it's 17-16. For the first time today, the City Cats have the lead. Graham, who skipped it over, will get the ball right back. Graham wanted a foul, did not get it. Even fans wanted a foul. Johnson, he loves that left hand, and they wanted basket interference, but they did not get it. Trying to think who they credited that to, but it might have been Eric Seaman. And there's a 3-pointer by Schwarr. So the lights off, and we're knotted up at 19. Coast to coast. Great defense over there by Bird. And the ball's out of bounds to the Knights. Bird brings that big size at 6'11", over 240 pounds. And you also can't forget Douglas, who's another guy around 6'9", 6'10". They have the bodies. There's no question the athletic ability is there. Douglas with the basketball is fouled. And you could tell they weren't too pleased with that one. Andrew Pearson not happy. But Douglas did go to Santa Clara University, and it was the 46th pick in the NBA G League draft. So if there's anyone here on this court that understands that 0.1% of play, it would have to be Douglas. As this broadcast is brought to you by NorCal Sports Summer Basketball Camp. Make sure you get your kids involved with that, as that's always a great time. And also Straight Sports, as you can get custom uniforms and more. You can go to strbsports.com. And also 24-hour fitness. You got to get your workout in. And, hey, most of them are open 24 hours a day. And also Pizza Guys is another great place to get your pizza, as also the SJ Knights basketball team, where we represent the ABA, and also, of course, the Silicon Valley Sports, where you can get all your sports and information. But those are our sponsors for this broadcast, and it's great to see right now a good crowd here at Yerba Buena High School in San Jose. You can see the activity, and it's been a good basketball game so far, as it's 19-18 with 3:16 to go. The San Jose Knights have a 1-point lead, and this would be a huge win for the San Jose Knights, hypothetically, if they were to win this game. As we talk about last season, the Jacksonville Giants, they won their 4th straight ABA championship, and they're really 4 in 6 years. That's very incredible. And no team in the Bay Area has yet to win an ABA championship. And maybe it can come later. And, oh, what a crafty finish over there by Pearson. The body control with the left hand. Woo! Fresh finish. And there's that zone press. Douglas has got to attack that. And his foot was out of bounds, but the ref didn't see it, so I guess I didn't see it either. Douglas going up strong. No good. He'll shoot 2. As I think they're going to tell Douglas, hey, relax, go up with that. And you could see when he drove baseline, he was right there. All he had to do was go up, but his arms are so long, he could have easily went up with that. And I think that could be what they're communicating on this side. 2:45 left to go in the first. Douglas shooting 2. He averaged about 4 points per game at Santa Clara University. Played against top players, top picks. I mean, Zach Collins from Gonzaga and all these other players that are very, very good. Sam Perkins, another guard. As we have some substitutions on the floor for the City Cats. As Pearson inbounding, and then also checking in is Trey King, who's a starter, checking right back in the game. Hand on the ball is Outing. And here's Goins, who really, he's a guy who's going to play the whole game. And getting right by Bird. Possibly could have had a floater there. King. Wide open three. No. Bird with the rebound. Graham will look to push. Attack in the middle floor, but here's that pressure defense, and Graham having a discussion also with Tajay Jackson. And I think he's going to be physical. You could tell, look, walking around with him, kind of like a Patrick Beverly type irritation. That's the players you need on your team, though, to really set the tone and get one of the best players on the Knights team, get in their head. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Sometimes it can work against you as it has players scoring. And Bird wanted an alley-oop, and I got a free basketball. The ball flew my way, and good thing I used to play, and I got some hand-eye coordination left in me because that would have been bad. But we're all good. 21-20, Knights lead by a point as we have a substitution on the floor for the San Jose Knights. Falou Nadui checking into the game for the Knights. You can tell he's big. He's got energy. Has long arms. Could possibly want to get him in a post-up here. You can go high-low with Douglas, and yep, there it is. Look at that. And they want to foul. Nadui, no good. Nadui's long. He can definitely get up there. Just a matter of getting him the ball at the right spot, just like that. As a big-time shot by a big-time player, an outing, who played for the University of Maine, Fort Kent, and Contra Costa Junior College. Douglas, air ball in the three. Here comes Goins. Goins with some crafty dribbling. Wow, look, a give and go, and that ball movement, as a coach, that doesn't make you smile. I don't know what will. Outing with back-to-back threes, and it's 26-21. The San Francisco City Cats lead by 5. There's that trap. Nadui is fouled as Goins calls his own number, putting his arm up, said, hey, I fouled him. Tried to go for the ball there as he is shooting. And we'll see the replay. And that ball movement, look at that. Right in rhythm, had a chance to take a rhythm dribble, and he just nailed it. Nothing but net. Nadui shooting 2 free throws. First one is good. I think one thing as a big man you should be taught and are taught at a young age is when you put the ball down, you give an opportunity for those little guards to steal the ball. It's kind of like you're decreasing your height. I'll tell you, if Nadui kept that ball up, as Douglas pokes it out of bounds, it belonged to the City Cats. But if Nadui kept that ball high, that would have been a dunk with no foul or possibly even an and one because Goins would have undercut him. As Outing trying to go 3 in a row, and that's a heat check, and I think they're going to continue to feed him. That's 3 threes in a row, and oh my, he's cooking. Douglas has Nadui right open down low, but it's too late. Graham, 3, no. I think you got to look to feed your bigs. The City Cats are running really fast, and they're running like some cats in the open wild as there's a layup. Davis running the lane and getting another layup for the City Cats. Nadui, who's been open a couple times, finally gets rewarded. And with 15 seconds to go, a 7-point game. City Cats lead by 7. Tough drive and a foul. And he will be shooting 2. That's Andrew Pearson. They'll be heading to the free throw line. Fluidity in an offense. You talk about it all the time, but it's never perfect. But as of now, the City Cats are playing, I would say, some basketball as Pearson misses that free throw. They're pushing the pace, and I'm not sure that the Knights have the speed to keep up with it. They definitely have the size to beat the City Cats. It's a matter if they're going to use it. Nadui down low as well as Douglas. I would go a lot of high-low. We'll see what they adjust to. Very physical defense by Pearson, and he gets called for the foul. I don't know if it was on a scouting report, but they're getting into Graham, making him very uncomfortable as this 2-2-1 press has been very effective. Trapping the corners when they dribble up the floor, and look at that. See, there's that size. Douglas, Spider-Man arms, is fouled, and not sure if it was on the floor And yes, it will be on the floor. I think once they get in the middle of that press, you could see it opens up. They try to compact the middle, but the Knights have too much size for the Cats in terms of the press. So if I were them, they should look to go inside. They have the height. As the clock was running when it should not have been, they're going to reset it to 4 seconds. It's 32-24. City Cats lead by 8. We're going to have to see one shot here. 4 seconds. Let's see what the Knights have drawn up. Graham inbounding. Looking to Dewey. Graham with one, and they couldn't even get a shot off. Tried to do a quick dribble handoff, but that concludes the first quarter. It's 32-24. The City Cats were down early, but now find themselves leading by 8. And we want to say yet again, this broadcast is brought to you by NorCal Sports Summer Basketball Camp. Make sure you check that out at NorCalSportsTV.com/camp. And also Straight Sports. Get your custom uniforms and more at STRBsports.com. And also 24-hour fitness, where you can get all your fitness goals met with trainers and much, much more. And also Pizza Guys. Get your great pizza around the area. And also the San Jose Knights basketball team, who are also a good basketball team, in the Junior Knights with their own AAU program. They have one-on-one training, group lessons, and you can find that and much, much more at www.sanjoseknightsbasketball.com. And the Silicon Valley Sports, make sure you check that out. We have a lot of great things going on as we're going to start the second quarter very shortly. We see kids flying, playing around. Who knows? Maybe they're future San Jose Knights or City Cats, or who knows? Maybe more. You never know now. As we want to say, we're live from Yerba Buena High School in San Jose, California, as the San Francisco City Cats square off against the San Jose Knights in an ABA matchup in the far west region. As it's 32-24 as of now, the City Cats lead by 8. And the story of the game, I would say, is the lack of getting the ball inside for the Knights. That high-low has not been utilized as much as it should be. They have the size. In terms of the City Cats, you have to really appreciate the fact that they are running the floor really well, and they're neutralizing that size by running the floor, by trapping and much more. As they're trapping right away, Goins on that corner and somehow split that, trying to turn the corner on Graham. We have a loose knee pad in the middle of the court, and also a foul on Swore. Daniel Swore has had a couple early fouls. Has a great pass on the back door, but are backing it back out. Snatch back, tough jumper, rebound to Dewey. Nadoe down low, fighting. You can hear those hands slapping. No call, but he's going to have to keep playing. Tough kick out. There's a three. Short. Outing had that big-time first quarter. As we see King analyzing the floor, guarded by Nadoe. Miss. Rebound and foul. They say it was on the floor. He was not going up. As it's pretty interesting how the league is shaped up this year. ABA CEO Joe Newman did say in a press conference that the league is very balanced this season, and there are 15 teams that could be number one. And that's very interesting when it's an open league, similar to really how the NBA is, where there's duos everywhere. It's wide open, and you truly don't know how the season's going to go. As Simba checking in for the Knights. replacing Graham early in the second quarter. But a balanced league is always great. And since the City Cats upset the Syracuse Stallions, are now number 1 on the power rankings. I'm sure they're very happy. But the City Cats were missing a lot of players and only played with 5 when they got upset by the Oaktown Warriors in overtime, which is probably the worst way to lose. They lost 148 to 143, but they only had 5 players, and they still almost won. Goins 3, no. Tough rebound, falling out of bounds, but somehow balancing is Buckner. Here comes Simba. But getting upset by 5 and losing with only 5 players, that's a tough loss. Tough finish over there by Buckner. Goins with the skip pass, and probably not the greatest pass turnover, and he's taking accountability for that one. 32-26. The City Cats have a 6-point lead and trapping in the corners. Douglas, what a great skip pass to Shore, and short. Rebound. Outing looking to push the basketball, the 5'11 point guard. A 3, an air ball. Shore pushing it. Outing, he averaged 10, 7, and 6 in junior college. This is a player who can stack the sheet and not just scoring. And Nadoe with the two-handed jam. That two-handed flush, it seems he has been open awfully a lot. It's just a matter of finding him. And a good finish down low as the City Cats will look to answer as their lead's been cut to 4. King down low, spin with the left. Great defense by Nadoe. Active hands, Douglas looking. There's the trailer, yep. And that's got to be something, and the foul is on the floor. As we're going to take a replay at this slam dunk. Look at this, very active. And when the teams don't want to play defense, you have to punish them for it. And Nadoe's doing that. He's having his hands ready to dunk, ready to score. I think the point guards have to look for him. He's been very active as the City Cats are going to try to switch it up by putting Brett Corbett on him, the center. As the Knights shooters running through, trying to get him involved. As you see Arpia checked in for the Knights. Corbett with the rebound, and here come the City Cats. Alley-oop and a great catch and finish. A great pass that was thrown over there on that side by Davis. And a great finish as well. And Douglas, good body control, could not finish the layup. Great rebound over there, a tough one by Davis. Rashawn Davis was the receiver of that alley-oop layup. Hard drive, up and under, no. Looking to push the ball is Arpia. The Knights definitely have a younger team, and if they utilize that, it could work to their advantage. They're athletic. Buckner, tough shot, and a tough finish. Ooh, that's a guy who can get you points in a hurry. And the lead is now cut to 4 for the City Cats, 34-30. The City Cats lead has been cut to 4. Still awaiting that light to turn on. This could be a swing. Corbett jumper, that high arcing jumper. And Skittles at the end of the rainbow. It finds 38-30. Simba. Guarded tightly by Davis. Shot clock going down with 2 seconds to 1. Douglas has got to toss it. It's an air ball. City Cats defense very active, even with the press, even with half court. The hands are active, and a good rebound by Nadoe. I don't know if that's the shot exactly that Curtis Webster wanted. Simba will dribble it out. Shot clock now to 8. It is down. The Knights trying to get some type of look. Simba, no good. Rebound Corbett. Look at that lead pass. All the way, and he lost the ball. They want to carry or something, but it's a no call. Strong drive. Good hands by Nadoe. Great hands again by Buckner. And a big-time pass. No. No go route on this basketball court. I don't think it's big enough, and it's going to be a turnover that belonged to the City Cats as we'll get some substitutions as two of the main pieces and the starters are checking back in. Rashid Bird and also Lorenzo Graham. It's been an up-and-down game. Definitely some swings and momentum. And Goins dribbles it up. This man is a beast. There's no question. Former Hall of Fame coach for Cal, Steve Cacamagilio, really had a lot of high praise for him. He said you expect him to be a point guard, but then he keeps scoring on you. That just shows you that, hey, he can run your offense, and when he knows it's time to score, he is going to score. There's no question. He was all-ABA first team last season, and that's really just the bit of his accomplishments. As here he is pushing the ball again. Attacking Arpia. Good hesitation. Look at that crossover into the jump. No. Good rebound and put back. Quick by Outing, and we're going to get a timeout by the Knights. So lack of boxing out is the reason why this lead has been cut to 4, cut to 8, and now back up to 13 due to the lack of rebounding that the Knights showed there. As it's been a tough sequence. As we want to say yet again, this broadcast is brought to you by NorCal Sports Summer Camp Basketball. If you want more information, you can visit NorCalSportsTV.com/camp. And also Straight Sports. You can get customized uniforms and more. STRBsports.com, and also 24-hour fitness, where you can reach all your fitness goals and more. And also Pizza Guys. Get your pizza from the guys. It's Pizza Guys, of course. And also San Jose Knights basketball. This is also brought to you by them, as it's another home game for them in their inaugural season. And also their junior nights, their AAU program, one-on-one training, group lessons, and more. If you want more information, San Jose Knights basketball.com. And finally, Silicon Valley Sports. As we're here in San Jose, California, the kids playing around. It's been an interesting game, 43-30. The City Cats lead by 13 with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. But look at all these kids playing around. They're everywhere. It's always nice to see an event where kids gather and have fun and play basketball. But I think Bird was like, okay, let's get these kids off the court. We're trying to play. And here's that 2-2-1 press. You got to be aggressive. Attack the press. Right, and that back end, you could push the basketball. Right there, see? That inside presence, that back end of that 2-2-1 is where you can expose the zone. They're so aggressive up front, they leave that back end open. I think they got to continue to attack it. Oh, hanging and banking. What a great finish for the City Cats. And Tajay Johnson, man. He's lefty, so you might want to force him right if you want any success. As Simba coming up the floor. Overall, Graham has been neutralized. He's hit a 3 earlier, hit a tough jump shot, but as of now, it's been tough. Bird with that big hook shot. No good. Buckner with the rebound. But it's been interesting. And Arpia hits the high arcing jump shot. And the lead is cut to 11 for the City Cats. This is where they're going to win or lose this game, by guarding Goins. He's so quick. Great defense by Bird. This one got to push the ball. 4-on-5 opportunity. Another mid-range. Another bucket. Arpia with a great pull-up jumper. As seen with the call here, could have been delay of game, but Arpia doing a great job. You don't see that often where a player decides to pull up for a mid-range jumper instead of a three-pointer. They did a great job. They had the advantage, but then all of a sudden you see him pulling up for a mid-range. That's good basketball, and it's nice to see that they're able to do that. As we have another timeout, and the deficit's cut to 9. As we do want to say the first 75 registrations
to register for this NorCal Sports Summer Camp and get $100 off your tuition. This is to be held at the former location of the Dick Edwards Camp in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor School. Week 1 boys camp, June 16th through 20th of 2020. Week 2 is the girls camp from July 7th to July 11th of 2020. It's a 5-day overnight camp with air-conditioned dorms and prepared meals included. Trainers and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school ranks will be in attendance. All games and events filmed professionally by NorCal SportsTV, allowing for film sessions, video evaluations, and individual highlights.
And welcome back. I'm Anthony Silva here at Yerba Buena High School. Score is 45-36. The City Cats lead the San Jose Knights. City Cats have been doing an excellent job guarding Lorenzo Graham, who's been averaging 25.5 points per game. And a good dump pass underneath, and another bucket. Corbett getting busy. Like to see Simba push the basketball and feed the ball to Bird nonetheless. Your big man's down there. He's got so much size. It'd be nice to see. Arpia's mid-range shot blocked. They were all over that. And there's going to be a foul. Try to get it back. But I will say this. The City Cats, coming into this game, they're probably angry. There's no question about it. They just lost a team to a team that they believe they should have beat. But when you only have 5 players, there's going to be bad karma involved with that. If you don't have committed players that are coming to games consistently, guess what? A team that you should beat all of a sudden could turn into a team that beats you. As good as the City Cats are, I think it's very important to understand commitment's important, and I'm sure they're going to be playing very angry tonight, which I think they're playing well. They're pressing hard. The defense is there. As the ball is inbounded, attacking Bird. Oh, look at that, up and under, and there is a foul. What a great job with the pump fake by Trey King. Utilizing it, attacking, getting them in the air, and then getting the foul. Look at this. Bird was reaching. Once you get him in the air, you just got to go right up. And a great job as big men love to block shots. That's what you got to teach young kids. They love to block shots. And if you just get them in the air and control with your body, there's good opportunities to score and make plays. As he missed the first free throw. Second one by Young's no good. King goes 0 for 2 at the free throw line. 4:14 to go. It's 47-36. Knights trail by 11. Some swing action here. Graham throwing it over the top to Douglas. There's that size I was telling you about, and yep, too many steps. The Dante Culpepper as Rashid Bird gets called for traveling. Get your roll on. You can't shuffle your feet down low. Gotta finish that. Goins, that Hezzy pull-up is good. That's such a great shot. He's able to get to his spot, and like I said, he's a hybrid point guard who could be a main scorer. That's what scouts have said about him. He's very active, and that's why he was all NBA first team. Buckner hits the three-pointer right on cue. It'd be nice to cut this deficit before halftime to single digits. They're down by 10. 3. No, all backboard. Corbett hit the ball out of bounds. We're going to see what a call. We do have a foul call. As Corbett gets called for the foul, and he's definitely not happy about it. As we'll see the inbound by the San Jose Knights. With 3:25 to go, they can get something going and end this first half on a high note. The 2-2-1 press has been an interesting set to handle. They've attacked it correctly, attacking the middle, being able to get to the basket, but still don't believe they've used their big men as much as they could have. Graham retreating. Buckner catching fire, short. And Dewey with a great rebound. Graham, fundamentals, kids. Pump fake and a foul. It all started with that pump fake. Graham, very crafty to the basket, will be shooting 2. As the San Jose Knights, their inaugural season in the ABA, as we do have another timeout. As this broadcast, we want to say yet again, is brought to you by NorCal Sports Summer Camp Basketball. If you want more information, please visit NorCalSportsTV.com/camp. And also, Straight Sports. I know your teams need those custom uniforms, so get them from Straight Sports. And also, 24-hour fitness. And also, Pizza Guys. And also, the San Jose Knights basketball team. We do want to say support your San Jose Knights wherever they are. As also the Silicon Valley Sports, as you can get all your information and more in the Silicon Valley area. As I'm Anthony Silva, it's been a great evening here in San Jose, California. As with daylight savings, it's a little weird seeing nighttime occur so quickly. But the great thing is with basketball, you don't need to worry about light or day. As it's been a great ABA matchup. The first meeting between the San Jose Knights and the San Francisco City Cats, as play will resume shortly with 3:01 left in the second quarter. As the City Cats, they have a lot to play for. Getting to this point, their second win, it was a big one when they beat Hawaii Swish. It was an undefeated team. They went there and they won by 3, 101-98. It just shows how good this team can be when everyone is present. They have the talent, there's no question. But the Knights are doing a great job as well. As Graham will be shooting too. First free throw is good, and the deficit's cut to 9. This is a big 3 minutes here to see how they can get into halftime and possibly cut this deficit under 10 points. There. Shore with a little full court pressure. Here come the City Cats. Oh, Buckner with some cookies, but couldn't pick them up. And you can tell now the City Cats playing patient basketball as you hear the coaching staff yelling, move the ball, move. The ball will stay to the City Cats off the Buckner deflection. But they want players moving. They want fluidity, as that's so important to have a fluid offense going. That's a tough three, no. Graham with a great rebound. Douglas is on that right side. Great job protecting the basketball. Douglas, 3. Yes, sir. Nothing but net. Usually, sometimes I stop play to fix the net, but no, that's what we have officials for. The net's fixed, and now it's a 5-point deficit. And an offensive foul. Corbett getting called for the offensive foul. Not too thrilled. And the San Jose Knights all of a sudden have an opportunity to really get in this one. They're only down 5. Throw it inside. Go to work, big fella. That's what I would tell him. Up and under. Look at the footwork down low and the finish with the left hand. Nadoe with the layup. What great footwork that was. I told him, feed the man. He's hungry down there. And a great layup. They want that high-low action possibly, but he's going to try to clang and bang with Douglas. And there's a foul on the floor. As the ball is inbounded. Goins, you could tell he wants to score, but he's being very crafty. He's knowing what he's got to do. As you can see here, he could shoot a lot, but I feel he's trying to get everyone involved until he knows he may want to take over. Corbett stuck. That is a tough fadeaway that's sent by Douglas. The ball was swatted near the bench, and the bench is hyped, and so is Douglas. What a big block. Those are the blocks that change momentum. We got to see that again. Look at that. You want some stuffing for Thanksgiving, you got it early. And what a block that was, a 3-point deficit. And those are momentum plays you need. Douglas with a great defensive effort. That's that Bronco fight from Santa Clara. Goins 3, no. Rebound. The Knights are playing great defense. This is a great defensive sequence, having consecutive stops. There it is, Nadoe. Go to work. Face-up game. No, it's long. He did great job attacking the basket before. You'd like to see some more. And coast to coast, no. But Corbett The garbage man does come on the weekends as he finishes the layup as it's 51-46. The City Cats find themselves up by 5. A tough shot by Douglas is long. Ndoye's there, right place. Couldn't finish the layup. They want a foul, and the official nodded his head saying no. And a great finish by Goins, but one thing to also say is Ndoye, I understand he's upset, but getting back on defense is very important to help your team. We see a ball screen. Buckner, he's got to go hard. Douglas, throws it down. Those are those young legs. There might be a springboard under that court, but those are those young legs. You got to feed them. As they wanted the clock to keep running under the last minute. And I think they're just going to wait till it's inbounded, and then they can go ahead and start it again. But, yeah, the clock was not supposed to stop. But now a run. 28 seconds to go in the first half. 53-48. The City Cats lead. The fans getting into it, wanting their Knights to play defense. Graham, he did get a poke at the basketball, and the ball will belong to the City Cats still. And after a discussion, the ball will go to the Knights. With 18 seconds, you got to hold to the last shot. You want to get the ball in your best player's hands, and I think I'd give it to Graham and run a pick and roll with Douglas possibly, because that's your best shot, I believe. And, yep, there it is, the pick and roll. The screen was not used, though. With a second left, the ball's going to be out of bounds with half a second left in the first half. They might want an alley-oop or something. It could be a back pick for Douglas. We'll see. Alley-oop, up to Ndoye. And no, the clock might have started very early. But let's see what the officials say. They're not happy with that. Nobody touched the basketball. And we are going to go into halftime, possibly. We will be going into halftime, 53-48. The San Francisco City Cats go in leading by 5 over the San Jose Knights. They will not replay that inbound, and it was a tough sequence, but good basketball as Ndoye got involved very early, was really grounding and pounding down low, and we'll see adjustments. But in terms of the San Francisco City Cats, I would look to continue to press and push. And as for the Knights, I would say utilize that pick and roll. I think they need to look to throw it into their bigs. But we'll be back as it's halftime. And 53-48, the City Cats lead by 5.
my bad. I thought like, because I was on, you like go down.
When you slide, it'll go all the way up.
Okay, well that's weird.
Well, you should have I messed up the first time. You guys know that was your fault. You can't get a camera to shoot. You want to do that? You want to? You'll go after.
Now I know.
Okay, thank you.
Been like, hello.
It works now, huh? Oh, I turned it off.
You thought I was playing? Huh.
In the summer of 2020. Be one of the first 75 to register for this NorCal Sports Summer Camp and get $100 off your tuition. This is to be held at the former location of the Dick Edwards Camp in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor School. Week 1 Boys Camp, June 16th through 20th of 2020. Week 2 is the Girls Camp from July 7th to July 11th of 2020. It's a 5-day overnight camp with air-conditioned dorms and prepared meals included. Trainers and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school ranks will be in attendance. All games and events filmed professionally by NorCal SportsTV, allowing for film sessions, video evaluations, and individual highlights. Register with a small deposit of $99 to earn your discount and free personalized jersey upgrade.
Hello, everyone. We're back to start the second half here at San Jose, California. I'm Anthony Silva here at Yerba Buena High School, home of the Warriors for high school, and tonight, home of the San Jose Knights. It's 53-48. The San Francisco City Cats are up by 5 points. And to get started, we'll see Douglas with the basketball. Hopefully some halftime adjustments in terms of going high-low. And look at that big man pick and roll, as it's no good. Trying to get those big men involved early, and the City Cats are going to look to utilize that speed, and bodies flying on the floor. The competitiveness is there, as Graham not happy that he slapped his hand away, but King, he's also not thrilled, as we do have a timeout. And with that timeout, 53-48, City Cats lead by 5. We'll be right back.
You thought I was playing? Huh. thought I was playing? Huh.
As welcome back, 53-48, City Cats lead by 5. In the first half for the City Cats, it was an interesting display of scoring. Tajay Johnson had 17 points, leading the way for the City Cats. And also, Armin Outing, the point guard, 5'11", from University of Maine, Fort Kent. He also was second with 14 points. And then Goins, who averages a lot of points, over 25 a game, and last year averaging 27, is king down low, and it's going to be a goaltending. But we see Goins, he scores a lot, but so far only has 6 points for the Knights. Graham, who averages 25, has been neutralized, held to 7 points. And Buckner, who had the basketball, who gave it up just now, 12 points. He's been picking it up, leading the way for the Knights. And then Nadoe, who has not gotten the basketball a lot, but when he's available down low, he's been efficient. Buckner with an air ball. Here come the City Cats. A great lead pass and a great finger roll with the left hand. Use both hands, kids. Tajay Johnson adding to his total. On the left side, we'll see how the Knights can operate. Those big men. You have to understand, Rashid Bird is 7'1". That's a tall man. Graham is fouled, and he will possibly get 3 free throws if his foot wasn't on the line. But Bird is a 7'1" center. That's JaVale McGee height. As he is a little bit older, he is 38 years old, but he can still move around very well. As Graham will be at the free throw line shooting 3 free throws. First one's good. Oh yeah, the City Cats, Johnson leading the way for them with 17 points. And then, as I said, for the San Jose Knights, the scoring's been a little bit off at times, but Aaron Buckner so far leading the way with 12 points. Graham trying to get on the board with another free throw, and that one was very short as he has 8 points so far. 57-49, City Cats lead by 8 with their 2-1 record, trying to bounce back after the upset loss over the Oaktown Warriors, which knocked them out of being the #1 ABA team in the power rankings. So now it's a matter of how they could switch gears. Goins trying to get going. He only has 6 points and is one of their best scorers. Pull-up jumper right on cue. You can't hold down stars for long, I'll just say that, as he hits the bucket. He was an ABA All-Star. He averaged 27 points per game last year with 9 assists, and get this, 5 steals. You know those defensive terminologies. Active hands get you tips. He's been moving. As Arpia got it to Graham. No. Graham using his head, trying to get space, and guarded by 3 City Cats at one point. And a hard drive on Corbett, and he'll be called for the foul. Graham doing what a lot of veteran players do well. If you're able to get to the free throw line when you're struggling, that is a plus, as we see here. The Hezzy drive on the left, absorbing the contact, and get into the free throw line. That's what good players do. When you're struggling, you got to get to the line. Right now, he only has 8 points. You got to get him going. As it's 59-50. City Cats lead by 9 and gets a few rolls and is now cut to 8. So there were 24 teams in the Far West region before the San Jose Knights, and with the San Jose Knights now it equals 25. Is checking into the game for the Knights is Eric Kidd, wearing that signature number 5, and another great player from the Bay Area whose last name's Kidd, wore number 5 in the NBA, had a pretty good career, and he wore it at Cal. So a good number that matches the last name as we see the ball on the right side. Graham trying to get it, swing. Davis looking. Backdoor by Goins, and he missed the layup. He wanted the foul, and he puts his arms up in frustration. As try to get it inside to Bird. And one thing, with someone 7 feet, you got to throw it up to him. Try to throw that over the top route. The ball has been stolen by Buckner. Here comes Douglas with those long arms. Graham will get the foul. A little bit of a body check there, and great pump fake by Graham. You know, that pump fake, very fundamentally sound. As you may think it's just a simple play, but that's how you get guys in foul trouble. As substitution for the City Cats. As Brett Corbett being subbed out due to foul trouble, and now coming in is Eric Seaman, the 6'8 center. As a turnover by the Knights, here come the City Cats, throwing it inside King. Oh, that's the Hakeem Elijah spin. That spin baseline, try to go underneath, and he'll get rewarded with 2 free throws. That Hakeem Elijah spin, that never gets old. As we see the replay, look at that quick spin on Douglas, and sometimes that veteran presence. As athletic as you can be, if you know your fundamentals and you know what you can do, you can get to the free throw line on any player. As King knocks down the first free throw. The tempo so far controlled by the City Cats. We have not seen that 2-2-1 press as of yet. As Kidd trying to get the kids to yell and get some energy so they can miss some free throws. Bird with the rebound. Here comes Graham. And there is a big shot there by Graham, who hits the 3. And the fans now getting into it. When you're at home and you can do that, get the crowd into it. Goins, tough shot, no. And the ball is yet again coming near the booth. We're supposed to be safe back here, but I don't think so. The ball's been inbounded, and players are helping other players up. You don't see that too often. And Douglas will get it back to Graham. Graham, another 3. And there he goes again. The energy is there as he's pumped up. Back-to-back 3s. And this is the scoring we're used to seeing from Graham, as short rebound. Graham is everywhere. We may see a heat check 3-pointer. I'd be careful if I were the Knights. You're letting them dribble right up the floor as a timeout by the San Jose Knights. Back-to-back 3-pointers by Lorenzo Graham. Coming into the first, he only had 7 points at the end of the first half. Now, just like that, he has 14 of them. And a great job. And we do want to say that this broadcast is brought to you by NorCal Sports Summer Basketball Camp. For more information, you know where to go, norcalsportstv.com/camp. And also Straight Sports. Get your customized uniforms and more from Straight Sports. Is also 24-hour fitness and pizza guys. And we also, of course, want to thank the San Jose Knights basketball team for running this show, and also the Silicon Valley Sports. So, been an interesting second half. Early, very early, but a close game. As it's 60-58, the Knights found themselves down early, as most by 13 so far in this game. And with the 3-point shooting of Graham and the rebounding, he's been everywhere as of right now. He has been very active, so good for him, and we'll see what they can do. As the ball is Buckner. Oh, his kid slid on the floor. That was a low crossover. Graham with the pump fake and then goes into the 3, and it's an air ball. Heat check for sure. They wanted to get him to rock. Here's Goins. He needs to score. He's such a good scorer. Look how small. Look at that. Getting right by 7'1" Bird and getting right to the basket. That's a good point guard, knowing how to use his body. As we see Bird hopefully can get himself going defensively, and Goins getting himself going offensively. Here they go. Here's the City Cats trying to extend his 4-point lead. King with the hard drive, and Nadoe did not block it, but definitely changed that shot. And ball will go to the Knights. One thing about Ndoi, although he didn't block that shot, and those shots don't go in the stat sheet, that was great defense, jumping straight up, and it resulted in a miss due to his activity. As I'm Anthony Silva, we'll be right back as we take this short break.
In the summer of 2020, be one of the first 75 to register for this NorCal Sports Summer Camp and get $100 off your tuition. This is to be held at the former location of the Dick Edwards Camp in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor School. Week 1 Boys Camp, June 16th through 20th of 2020. Week 2 is the Girls Camp from July 7th to July 11th of 2020. It's a 5-day overnight camp with air-conditioned dorms and prepared meals included. Trainers and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school ranks will be in attendance. All games and events filmed professionally by NorCal SportsTV, allowing for film sessions, video evaluations, and individual highlights. Register with a small deposit of $99 to earn your discount and free personalized jersey upgrade. Learn more and register today at www.norcalsportstv.com/camp. In the summer of 2020, be one 5 to.
And welcome back to San Jose, California. During the break, there were over 25 kids dribbling the ball and shooting the basketball. I kid you not. And it's great that the ABA allows, families to get together. It's a great atmosphere and a nice house as well for a very entertaining basketball game. As 62-58, fans are getting their money's worth. Waiting to see when that light will turn on. Graham to Buckner, 2 of the leading scorers getting involved, and now the Knights are only down by 2. City Cats have yet to respond to the offensive energy that's being displayed by the Knights. They're moving, cutting, communicating. It's great. Losing the ball a little bit there, and a three-pointer dead center. It's long. These are rebounds you have to come up with. And you got hands being shuffled, and not too happy is Bird and Seaman getting into it. As he was very frustrated with that box out. Here's Douglas. That left hand's his side, so I'm surprised he did not go up with that with his strong hand. Kidd. Ndoi. A tough pivot, a strong move, and a layup. When he's gotten the basketball down low, he has had a lot of success. I do not know why they don't throw it to him more. He's been very busy. And that is an and one. You could count that and put it on the tab as he'll go to the free throw line shooting one. Goins, who's, we said earlier, only having 6 points at the end of the first half, all of a sudden has 12 and has a chance to add to that with 13. His activity very pivotal for this team. He runs the show, and they need him to win games, score a lot of points, as he put the hush finger up when he made that free throw, and the kids are mimicking him. And there's that press. A great pass down low to Ndoi with the right hand. He scores again. He's been doing a great job flashing underneath the basket, allowing Douglas to see him. He's a good player. Goins, and one from 3. What a shot by Goins, getting hit right in the wrist, and has a chance for a 4-point play. What a tough shot. Right when you think the momentum shifted, you see Goins saying, "Not on my watch," as he hits it right in his face. Not only did he shoot it right over Ndoi, who's a big man, he got the arc, he fell right into it, and he got fouled and finished it with a 4-point play, and now has 17 points just like that. City Cats now lead by 5. And there's a 3, and it's good. Akil Douglas. A big three-pointer, 69-67. Oh, Goins, turn around, no. That turnaround jumper fell long. Here comes Douglas. Very athletic, and he is fouled. The Knights are now doing what the City Cats have been doing all game, and that's simply pushing the tempo. And look, Douglas crossing right back over to the middle of the floor, and that's one thing a lot of coaches teach, allowing no middle. You can't allow direct line drives to the middle of the floor, and that's exactly what they did, especially when a man is as long and athletic as Douglas as he gets to the free throw line and hits the first. So he scored their past 4 points and has a chance to make it 5, and the game is now tied at 69. With 5 minutes to go, 69 all here in San Jose. Graham guarding as a pump fake, looking to drive hard. Davis with that up and under, but he smoked the layup. Rebound, a power dribble, and it rolls in. Hit everywhere the basket, and a great finish. An explosive one by Pearson, who tried to go for that steal. Douglas trying to get it to Nadeau. He forced it, and a big-time lead pass. That was way too far, and there's a turnover. Davis tried to hit Goins, and I'll tell you, Goins is fast, but not that fast. Goins used to play at CSU San Bernardino, has a lot of talent and a very good basketball player. And Douglas hits the three-pointer, and the Knights take the lead. And with the light on, it is now a 4-pointer. So the light has now just been turned off, and that was one of the first buckets with it on. And now the Knights lead by 2. That was Outing with a tough right-handed hook layup. Game tied at 73. That was a 4-pointer by Douglas. Pump fake and driving to the middle. What the high arcing shot. That was actually very effective as it went over the entire defense. And here he is fighting for possession. Oh, a good in and out, and here they come. The Euro step and the almost a crafty finish. A great move by Outing, couldn't finish it. Shore. He didn't want to challenge the big fella down low in Davis. And Nadeau trying to get it down low, but Graham 3, it's long. Nadeau, there is a foul. And the foul is on number 0. Eric Shaman with the foul. And the ball will go to the Knights underneath, as we do want to take the time in this broadcast to thank NorCal Sports Summer Basketball Camp. As for more information, NorCalSportsTV.com/camp, and also Straight Sports, including 24-hour fitness, Pizza Guys, and the San Jose Knights Basketball Club, and also Silicon Valley Sports. As we're here in San Jose, California, it's a great evening, just passing 8:30 p.m. And you see kids shooting around. This is the scene that we've been seeing during media timeouts. Players everywhere. Now adults getting involved, trying to pass the ball. See who's going to get the ball from this adult right here. Oh, there we go. She's going to look to go coast to coast, possibly. It's being challenged by at least 30 help defenders. I don't know how she's going to get to the basket on that one. But 3:29 to go. Knotted up at 73. The City Cats playing great basketball. But they lost a little pep to their step late in this second half as they let the Knights get on a run. First and foremost, they let Graham, who's one of their leading scorers, get going. He already has 14 points. And Nadeau, who doesn't score super often, already has 11 points. He's been active underneath and really getting a lot of key buckets. And Goins, who's one of the best players, if not the best guard on this team, has 17 points, has been very active, and a former player at CSU San Bernardino. He's been very good, and Been very effective. He's played in the Drew League and the SF Pro-Am. And also, get this, the TBT tournament, which is the basketball tournament that was being aired on ESPN and ESPN2. As his basketball experience definitely runs deep. Graham to Nadoe in the post down low. And that will be out of bounds and belong to the Knights. Nadoe wanted a foul. He did not get it. These last 3 minutes are going to be very pivotal heading into the fourth quarter. Two teams that seem to be evenly matched as of right now. And the size of the Knights is impressive, I will have to say. For a team with their first year, the size is really there. Nadoe's going to shoot a three, and it's short. And there's a foul on Buckner. Attacking straight on. A lot of trees, and that is an offensive foul. The referee is going to say Pearson lowered his shoulder into Douglas. And let's see the replay. See Nadoe hyping him up, but yeah, he lowered the shoulder. I don't know about that one. Looked to me as if it was physical basketball. I would have let him play. Douglas was in a defensive position. That just seemed like a powerful move. But nonetheless, offensive foul. Nadoe cut into the middle. Swore got it and tried to throw it up to him. See if he could jam it home. Swore three. And it is good. A huge three for Swore. And a 3-point lead as the Knights now have the lead again. Yeah, get the ball to your best player. Goins is going to have to run the show. A matter of what he does is very important. Goins, pull-up jumper, no. Buckner with the rebound. Hands it to Graham, and now I think they're going to be looking for a great shot, one of their better players. Swore running the baseline, guarded by Goins. And they're trying to pound it inside. Nadoe missed an easy layup. And that one could hurt him. Pearson. Outing. No. As there's a minute 49 to go. And the ball will be out of bounds, belonging to the Knights. Okay. I got you. As a timeout has been called on the floor. See the replay of potential injury or some player getting hit in the face particularly really hard, but it's hard to find it on this side. But yeah, there will be, hopefully no one got hurt, but could be treating for an injury as an aggressive rebound. And you know how it goes when you rebound. Your goal is to chin the basketball, so when you get hit by it, those elbows can go flying. As it's 76-73, the San Jose Knights lead the City Cats. As it's been an interesting quarter, I would definitely say, as we look at the Knights this would be one of their biggest wins in their season. Of course, it's their first inaugural season. It's their inaugural season, their first ever. They're coming off a win, but to get a win in a row would be huge. We look at the replay. Swore hitting the three-pointer earlier to give them the lead, and he's had a quiet, great game. Does his job, takes care of the ball, but this would be a huge upset if the Knights can win this game and get to 2-1 on the season, and the City Cats this would be another upset loss, and it would really hurt them in the rankings. And I will have to say that is a true statement. As Joe Newman, CEO for the ABA, I would have to agree with you, Joe. It's a balanced league. The San Jose Knights are coming in here as underdogs and are playing really good basketball, and it's reflecting with this 3-point lead. But as they say, there's still basketball to be played, a whole quarter, as we'll await the ball being inbounded. And Graham operating after several screens. Quick crossover, but tried to pick his pockets, knocked it out of bounds was Stephen Davis. I'm surprised the City Cats have not pressed as much, but that's also because the Knights have been pushing the basketball. Shot clock at 1. He's going to throw it up, and it's no good. And leaking out is Davis with the layup. Just over a minute to go, 76-75. Knights lead by 1. And there's a fumble out of bounds that belongs to the Knights. He'll stay right here. As we see Bird looking to check back in for the San Jose Knights. I'm not sure, but he hasn't been utilized as much as you usually would want your big man to be. He had some traveling violations, a couple bad passes. Has not been one of his best games, but his activity will be very important in this last quarter. Quarter and some change, I should say. Buckner, no good. Bird fighting underneath. This is why you need him. And Goins gets the rebound. And they're going to do like a trap in the corner. The ball will go to the City Cats. As Goins gets the ball. The clock is not running. I don't know if the officials notice it, and now it just starts to run. 45 seconds to go. Shot clock's at 10. Shot clock is now at 5. Approaching 3, 2. Goins gets a good look, but an air ball. And it was an air ball by Goins. The PA announcer letting them hear it. Looking to involve those bigs. Graham! No. But another foul from 3. Is not letting the shooter land has been a big thing that's been talked about in basketball. If the shooter flops, as we see in the replay, Graham firing, and a close call, a little touchy, but yes, you got to let the shooter land. That's a difficult call for both sides, as the foul will result in 3 free throws for Graham. He's long on the first one. Graham so far has 14 points. He's made some big baskets in the third quarter, and is the reason why they're up by a point. Second free throw, no good. A lot of coaches will say, hey, you got to make your free throws. Usually you could tell when a team wins or loses a game just by the free throws. You know, if you look who makes them, who misses, you can usually have a good indication of who you think will win the game. Will he go 1 for 3? Yes, he will. So those two hopefully won't come back to haunt the Knights. Graham now has 15 points in the day. Goins having active hands with Swore. As shot clock is, and then, yep, the shot clock was off, and now that results in the end of the third quarter. Could not even get a shot up due to the Knights' activity, and the City Cats have hit a little bit of a brick wall as the end of the third quarter, 77-75. The San Jose Knights have a 2-point lead heading into the fourth quarter.
In the summer of 2020. Be one of the first 75 to register for this NorCal Sports Summer Camp and get $100 off your tuition. This is to be held at the former location of the Dick Edwards Camp in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor School. Week 1 Boys Camp, June 16th through 20th of 2020. Week 2 is the Girls Camp from July 7th to July 11th of 2020. It's a 5-day overnight camp with air-conditioned dorms and prepared meals included. Trainers and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school ranks will be in attendance. All games and events filmed professionally by NorCal SportsTV, allowing for film sessions, video evaluations, and individual highlights. Register with a small deposit of $99 to earn your discount and free personalized jersey upgrade. Learn more and register today at www.norcalsportstv.com/camp.
And welcome back. At start of the fourth quarter, 77-75. The City Cats find themselves down by 2 now to start the fourth quarter, and Goins is going to have a big responsibility in getting this team right back in this game. Powerful finish, trying to go up, no good. Try to finish, but no cigar. Ball belongs to the Knights, and they just get inbounded and push the ball. Graham all the way and an easy layup. They inbounded the ball quickly, and the City Cats were still jogging on defense. It results in free 2 points for now a 4-point lead for the Knights. A strong drive, and Bird sending it all the way out. That's the defensive activity they need from Bird. As you see, he fronts the post and then easy help, and he just shifts over. A great block. That's what they need from him all the time. And even now it would be nice if he could help, but there's Goins. Tough shot. No. Douglas with the rebound, ripping through. Here comes Shore. It's interesting how the ABA's been able to grow, and there's Buckner jumper, air ball, and the ball will go to the City Cats. But the ABA, it's a big league. There are a lot of teams from multiple regions, of course, but even a team like the Portland Freeze, they're another new team that got their first franchise win versus the Lakewood Panthers. So you have the San Jose Knights getting their first win, and in their inaugural season, and then the inaugural season for the Portland Freeze. So it's nice to see teams expanding and getting more fans involved on the way. As fourth quarter just getting on their way. Goins, oh, what a tough layup. And he took down the ref with him, as it was like a slide tackle, making sure he was okay. He didn't want to hurt Goins, and the ref being very aware. Good rebound by King. Here comes Goins again. Back out, pump fake. Right in the corner, a three-pointer, and it's good. A tough three from the lefty, the pure shooter, Tajay Johnson. With now 20 points on the game, he's had a quiet second half, but now starting to wake up from that little nap he was in. As Graham being double-teamed, and a foul. Tough call there. King will be charged, Trey King. It's his third personal foul, as he'll have to be careful. City Cats back in fourth game, but now the City Cats find themselves up by 1 point with over just a tad, 10 minutes to go. As Kidd trying to find an inbound, throws it up to Douglas, who could not get it. It's going to be a tough finish. Johnson tried to scoop it over, but hit it off his own teammate. Kidd hit it off Graham. It stays to the City Cats. As Goins, I think he's exchanging some words with Graham. And oh no, shifting the ankles, but a tough finish. And as he airballed it, Goins now playing up on defense, trying to get into Graham. Oh, Graham splitting the defense, and no, could not get it. They wanted a foul. It could have possibly been. There's King with the tough layup. It's no good. As the ball is off the Knights, as that was a tough call. From my angle, it looked to be off of King, very clearly off of King. But the ref's right, and they'll stay here. I was close. Kidd didn't touch the basketball at all, but City Cats got a good call. They'll take it. Here's Goins trying to post up the smaller guard Kidd if he could get some space. He's got that whole right side. Three by Johnson, and it's good again. Waking up from the nap. He's up and he's fired up now. Multiple three-pointers. He now has 23 points in the game. And with just over 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, the City Cats find themselves up by 4. Three by Buckner in the corner, and that's a tray ball, and you can count it. Buckner with 15 points on the night. Johnson trying to get to that left hand, and a drop pass, and an easy jumper for Corbett. Corbett hasn't had the best night, but he's been showing up at the right time. Very physical down there, but Ndoi is going to make sure that he has his hands full. Ndoi down low, facing up Corson. They're looking to double. We got to swing the ball there. Yep, it's too late, and that results in a turnover. We got a 3-on-1. King over the top and one. As Kidd was reaching, and King did the teaching, and now it's an and one. As the City Cats have an opportunity to extend this lead to 6 points. And look at that, just challenging the smaller guard. And if you're a Kidd, your best option might be to simply get out of the way. As Simba checking in for Graham, they might want to give Graham a very quick rest because he's been a big source of offense. But Kidd calling that foul, or getting called for that foul, it's crucial. If you're going to foul him, don't let him get the and one. This free throw could make it a 6-point game. So 88-82. Wow. As it's over and back, as two teammates trying to figure out who was inbounding the basketball, and then he came out and tried to get it, but no, it's a turnover for the Knights, and a crucial time as well, as it's now a 6-point game. They need stops. The light is now on, so 2-pointers are now 3-pointers, and 3-pointers are 4. King to the basket, and one again. The big man flexing the muscles. All that weight room practice has been working well for you, the big fella. You can see here grinding and he's pounding down low. He knows what he wants, and he gets it. The and one that could result in a 4-point play due to the light being on. What a big play for the City Cats. King's had his ups and downs tonight, but these back-to-back and ones have been huge. As he could not finish the untraditional 4-point play, and a great save by Corbett keeps the possession alive. Timely rebounds. You got to get these late in the game, and the Knights just have not been able to get it. King's going to try to go to work. Putting his head down. Corbett down low. Strong drive. Johnson with the tough floater over the top. Little rainbow. You can't block rainbows. What a shot with the left hand. And I think that's the problem with the Knights, is they're letting Johnson get to that left hand, and that's the reason why he's been so effective. He's been shooting well, but you got to force him to that weak hand. Buckner over 2 big men. Corbin and King tried to block it, and Buckner gets the bucket. The lead is at 9 with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Fans on their feet. Johnson, a great pass to Corbett, who misses the layup. Ndoi with the rebound, and here comes Simba. Seven minutes to go. You need solid offense. You need a good possession here and try to get a good shot and run it through Buckner. Wow, Keogh for 3, long. Ndoi try to get the rebound, no good. And now they're going to give it to Goins and say, do what you do. We need you to milk this clock. We want the W. Oh, and you played in the Drew League and the Pro-Am of San Francisco. You have a lot of experience. And I think they're going to give it to the guy with it. And that Hezzy pull-up jumper is just dirty, and it's an easy 2. I think one thing to point out is when you're a shooter and when the ball's in your left hand, it's a rhythm dribble. As that is a foul. They tried to trap in the center of the court. It's Trey King with the foul, and there'll be a substitution on the floor. Trey King subbing out, and in is outing. As we do have a timeout. But yeah, that Hezzy pull-up jumper with the left hand is so great from Goins, and we'll take a short break.
In the summer of 2020. Be one of the first 75 to register for this NorCal Sports Summer Camp and get $100 off your tuition. This is to be held at the former location of the Dick Edwards Camp in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor School. Week 1 boys camp, June 16th through 20th of 2020. Week 2 is the girls camp from July 7th to July 11th of 2020. It's a 5-day overnight camp with air-conditioned dorms and prepared meals included. Trainers and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school ranks will be in attendance. All games and events filmed professionally by NorCal SportsTV, allowing for film sessions, video evaluations, and individual highlights. Register with a small deposit of $99 to earn your discount and free personalized jersey upgrade. Learn more and register today at www.norcalsportstv.com/camp.
Welcome back as 95-84. It's time to get some buckets. And that's what I'm sure Coach Lacerda is saying to his team for the Knights, finding themselves down by 11. Graham, one of their best scorers back in the game. All starters back in. Nadoi's in the game, and he's been effective. Oh, he was open down low, but Douglas couldn't get it to him. I think the best thing to do in that situation is just lob it up to him. He'll go get it, and he'll easily finish it. Nadoi's athletic enough to get there. Douglas is going to be attacked. That length is difficult to shoot over. Great job by Nadoi and Douglas, like the Twin Towers, the Twin Tower Juniors down low. Kid three, and it's good. A huge three-pointer. And a timely. Timely one is now the deficit's cut to 8 with 5 minutes to go. Goins with the ball. Kids try to dive for the basketball. And a hustle play. But there's a foul. As he's being aggressive. He hit a huge three-pointer. And they need him to see if they sub Bird back in. We'll have to wait. 95-87. It's been a great game, a lot of activity. One thing you have to appreciate about the ABA is also their motto. You know, it's more than just a game. Their program is called Bully Free ABA. You have to like that when they bring kids and help them. Is Goins, and the ball is swatted out of bounds by Nadoi. He put a spike in that ball, a possible dent in it as well. They might want to check the air pressure. Look at this block right here. Sliding over to help, and then bam, swatting the ball out of bounds. Let them know. My bad. What a great block, and it's those momentum swings. Hopefully it could be enough, but they're giving it to Goins. That's a big shot. No good. Graham getting up there, getting that rebound, and no foul call. He lost the basketball. As Goins kicks it out, he wants to milk that clock. As we have a stoppage of play. And there's a wet spot on the floor. That's why there's a stoppage of play. So we're just under 5 minutes to go in San Jose, California. There's a good crowd and a lot of kids in the stands as ABA does a great job of getting them involved and being involved in the community as we see that wet spot being fixed. This is probably the only time you'll see the two teams working together is to clean a wet spot. But the shot clock is at 14, and I'm sure the City Cats are aware of that. As we await the wet spot to disappear, as it's 95-87. King down low, he's been huge. Back-to-back and ones. He had the untraditional 4-point and one down low when the 3D light was on, and then he also he was open. You could tell they wanted to feed him the basketball. But then he had the old-fashioned three-point play. So he had the untraditional and the old school. Hard drive, trying to get Nadoye in the air. A three in the corner is no good. Great job by Nadoye to not jump. Buckner with a spin move. Kidd, again three. Yes, sir, he hits another three. Uh-oh. Kidd with another three-pointer, and now you know he's going to get ready on defensive work. Now they're only down by 5. Goins, a tough drive, and he is fouled. Kidd playing very aggressive, but it is costing him, as that will result in 2 free throws for Goins. Goins will be at the line shooting 2. As of now, he has 21 points, trying to add to his total, and he will. Substitution on the floor. Douglas checking in for Simba. So Goins, 22 points, trying to extend their lead to 7. And he will. Kidd has 6 points, hit those 2 huge threes. A behind-the-back pass to Buckner, as Buckner was not expecting it. And CityCast, they're going to milk this clock. Here's King in the mid-post area, staring at him, trying to get him to play defense, but also he wants some high-low action. Yeah, you could tell, communicating with Corbett, telling him, hey, if you just flash down low, I'll see you underneath the basket. We can go that high-low. And they'll feed him right away. Buckner very active. Shot clock at 6. Tough shot on the right side, and it's good. Nothing but net. What a great shot on that side. That's a shooter. He makes plays. Davis, timely too. They hit 100. It's 190, a 10-point game with 3:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Graham, one dribble three, and a high arcing three-pointer. What a big-time shot to cut the lead to 7 for the City Cats. As that could have been an illegal screen. That's tough. King with the basketball underneath. And the official telling King to calm down, but King frustrated. He had hands all on his arms, and the frustration on his face you could see. As we do have a TV timeout, as it's 100-93. The City Cats lead by 7. For the final time, we do want to say this broadcast is brought to you by NorCal Sports Summer Basketball Camp. For more information, go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp, and also Straight Sports. You get your custom uniforms. You can go to STRBsports.com. And 24-hour fitness, where you can get your workouts, pizza guys, and the San Jose Knights basketball team. And also, and finally, of course, the Silicon Valley Sports. It's been a great game, a very entertaining one, as it's 100-93. The City Cats trying to shake that upset loss they had, which knocked them out of the power rankings. And now here they are trying to get a big win, and right now lead by 7 points with 3:18 to go in the fourth quarter. And one thing I have to say, the City Cats have utilized pushing the basketball. Once Goins got going, this offense is an entirely different team. He has 23 points. You have to understand, when your best players get going, it's hard to start. But the City Cats got some help from a shooter. Tajay Johnson with 25 points and hit some big-time threes. Has hit over 4 3-pointers and some tough shots. The lefty got going, and also tough finishes as well. So that could possibly be a player of the game to look out for. And then on the side of the Knights, it's been a little different. But we saw Kidd hit that high arcing three there. That was a nice shot to cut into their deficit. But in terms of the Knights, Graham with 15 points, Buckner with 17 points and Nadoi with 11 points, as the activity is going to have to continue to increase. But these last 3 minutes, defense is going to be the big factor. It's a 7-point game. You need stops. As Graham will be guarding the inbounder. Outing will inbound the basketball. And Corbett down low with the slam. Wow, he just flashed right underneath the basket. And it was very simple. He screened and then just appeared to the basketball. Sometimes if you set a good screen, you're going to find yourself open. Nadoi down low, spinning baseline. He's fouled. As you can tell, the City Cats are not happy. Corbett and King not happy with the calls. They're discussing it with the official. Let's see the replay down low. And that's a tough one. Could have got his arm first coming up, or it could have been all ball. Tough angle there. As Nadoi shooting 2 free throws. And Nadoi gets a roll. So 102-94, 3 minutes to go. Nadoi with 12 points, and we'll try to make it 13 very soon. Free throws are just a big story of the game. If you know, earlier in the game, if you recall, Graham did miss 2 free throws on a 3-point play. That could have resulted in this being a 5-point deficit. Free throws are so crucial late in the game. Goins, pull up, no. And trying to get it out of bounds, and there you go. You got some souvenirs. The kid's getting the basketball, and Kid with the officials not too happy. Outing and Kid discussing with the officials. Outing believes Kid pushed him into the seats. But the official said no, Kid getting trapped, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Knights. They dodged the bullet there. Graham with the ball with 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Douglas Nadoi down low, and he will get the roll and get it in. 102-97 with 2 minutes to go, and this is going to be a good finish. They need to stop the Knights. Outing, snatching a great series of crossovers. No good. Graham with the rebound. As they want to foul, there's neither bodies diving everywhere for the loose ball. Very physical play. And a 7-second violation. Well, it looked like Graham got grabbed and fouled. And then it looked like King got grabbed and fouled. And King now getting into the face of Graham, and the officials are not having it. Some coaches like to play with that grit, and coaches like to see it. Curtis Webster, the head coach for the City Cats, sometimes they like that grit and players talking to one another and getting physical. They like that. Another coach, you also want to keep your cool. You don't want to get a technical foul and cost your team. It's a 5-point game right now. It's been a great game. Don't lose your team the game just to be tough guy. But King has played very well. He's been rebounding, scoring. It's been very physical basketball. As we now have 2 wet spots. Two wet spots in 1 quarter. We haven't had a wet spot all game, and now here we are with a wet spot. And it looks like teams are going to have a possible timeout. But with 2 minutes to go at Yerba Buena High School, 102-97, the City Cats lead the San Jose Knights by 5 points. As these last 2 minutes are crucial. If we go over the scoring for the City Cats, Tajay Johnson with 25 points, hit some huge 3-pointers. Outing with 14 points. And then one of the leading scorers also right by Johnson is Goins with 23 points. The Knights' leading scorer belongs to Buckner. He has 17 points. And the ball will be inbounded shortly as right underneath the City Cats. One bucket could possibly close this game. So the shot clock is at 24 because the 7-second violation the Knights had. So these last seconds are going to be huge. Maybe Goins could get the basketball and try to close this game out, but I would milk the clock and get a nice high pick and roll and try to get a good shot. You know the Knights are going to try to speed you up and get you to take a quick shot. So if you can operate wisely, you could close this game. Curling the route and getting right in with a finger roll layup. Great curl by Davis, who finishes. And with 1:40 to go, a 7-point game. Oh, I want an offensive foul, possibly Kidd, one of the smaller players on the court. Buckner resetting, which I don't know why. He could have tried to get a basket. Douglas driving hard to the basket, no good, and try to put it back quickly. But Douglas will go to the line, shooting 2. Fouling is a thing you do want to avoid, as it could be possible opportunity to cut the deficit to not only 5, but you stop the clock as well. And we'll see if the Knights choose to pick up full court and possibly do what the City Cats have been doing earlier in the game, which was getting in that 2-2-1 press, and we'll see if the Knights pick up full court man-to-man. As Douglas hits a pair. So it's 99 to 104. Strong drive by Outing. A tough right-handed layup, no good. Shore with the rebound. Here they go. Swings to Graham. That's a 3. No, long. And we're now approaching a minute to go. And it's 99 to 104. And there is a timeout on the floor.
You thought I was playing? Huh.
Hello, welcome back. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 105-99. I'm Anthony Silva, and the ball is off Goins' foot and will go to the San Jose Knights. What a pivotal turnover late in this game with 51 ticks left on the clock. It's a 6-point game, and the Knights have an opportunity to cut this lead. And one interesting thing to note, on the scoreboard in the arena, it shows 105-99. That is actually incorrect. The score you see on our live feed that you're currently watching is correct. The score is 104-99. So it's actually a 5-point deficit for the Knights. Shockingly enough, the scores table has not been notified that they added the extra point. Instead of giving the point to Douglas, who made the free throw. Schwarber underneath. No. Fight for the loose ball, but a big-time rebound by Davis, who is trapped in the corner. They'll throw it over. They'll just get it over with a second to spare. Graham with the sensational defensive effort, but the ball will stay with the City Cats. With 12 seconds on the shot clock, but yeah, the score is actually 104-99, not 105, which shows right now on this scoreboard inside of the arena. So it is a 5-point game. They're inbounding. Shot clock is at 10. Goins with the ball, guarded tightly by Schwarber. They're going to look for a game-closing basket. Shot clock at 2. He's got to shoot it. And there's that left-handed signature shot. It's a big three-pointer, and that will probably be the dagger in this game, as Goins with big baskets and now has 26 points. And they're trying to get a three-pointer. They need to shoot the ball. As a quick timeout is called by the Knights, and it's 108-101. This game seems to be on the over side as the Knights, oh no, this was a quick timeout to stop the clock, but this game is over, 108-101. As of now, the City Cats lead by 7. They're inbounding the ball, and a quick foul. Graham fouls Davis, and he will go to the line shooting 2. I know the officials talk it over, and actually they're not in the bonus quite yet, so they're going to have to foul some more. There's 4.4 seconds to go. It's 107-101. Goins, the leading scorer for the City Cats with 26 points. He finally got going in the second half, but Tajay Johnson with a big-time game, 25 points, huge shots, and they will not foul, and they will dribble the clock out. As it's 108-101. The City Cats get a road win versus the San Jose Knights. As the final score 107-101 due to the incorrect scoreboard inside of the arena. Final score 107-101. The San Francisco City Cats get a big-time win, bouncing back from the upset loss to the Oaktown Warriors, and it's a huge one, as they'll now advance to 3-1 on the season, and the San Jose Knights will fall to 1-2 on the year. The season is still very early, of course, so it's a small sample size, but a great game nonetheless. As shortly, we'll have Rihanna Dizan, our sideline reporter, talk to our player of the game. As well, I said it earlier, Tajay Johnson with 25 points. He'll be making his way over to the sideline, and he will have a conversation with our own Rihanna Dizan.
Just waiting for them to give me the go-ahead. All right, Rihanna Dizan here with the FIT Pro player of the game, Tajay Johnson from the San Francisco City Cats. Wow, what a battle that was out there. The Knights came close, but you said, nuh-uh, we're not losing this game. You ended the game with 25 points. What kind of statement does this win give your team moving forward?
We were just trying to bounce back from last week, losing to the Oakland team, emphasizing defense and giving them one shot. Just giving them one shot.
And we clearly saw your ability to score. I mean, you were cooking early in the game. But what can you say is your role on the team other than scoring?
We trying to pick up our defense, be more consistent on defense, and like I said, make sure everybody gets one shot.
And tomorrow you have more business to handle. You're playing the Solano Stallions. How are you going to prepare for this game?
Just ice, rest, just rest and probably watch some game film.
All right. Thank you for your time. Good luck. Thank you. Back to you.
And thank you, Rihanna. That is the final score of this game, and it concludes this game. Final score 107-101. The San Francisco City Cats get a big road win over the San Jose Knights. I'm Anthony Silva. here in San Jose, California. We want to say thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.